But I got something to thank God for.
Do you?
Never slept in a jail since I've been in the world.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Never slept in a jail since I've been in the world. Never been arrested. No man can say they see this man drunk. No man can say they see me, hear me curse. My daughter was y'all talked with you yesterday.
Yes. Yes, we did talk to her.
69.
She's 69?
She going to see about my oldest son now, 71 years old.
Now, how old are you?
Me?
Yes.
I'm 100. I done seen 106 years.
106?
106 years.
Okay, friends, here we are. We are just south of the traffic light in Floral City on the right-hand side as you're going back up the hill. And if you look up in there, you will see Mount Carmel Methodist Church. Now, this is obviously not the old one that has been torn down, but this is the new one. And Miss Elida is going to kind of show us, give us a little bit of a perspective on what things were like here, where they were, if we were to be here back in that time, what town was like. So you had said that this over here, if I can go over here, these were the steps that you entered and you came in this way. It was a small vestibule that sat there. Mm-hmm. And you can see the steps. If you walked up those steps, this would be the small vestibule area, and you would walk forward. Mm-hmm. Where Miss Elida is standing would have been another, like a cornerstone mm-hmm. of the church, and they would have followed it all the way up, mm-hmm. back across to the right, and then back down here to where we're standing almost. The bell that is up here is, you said, the original bell uh-huh. that was in the original 1900 church, mm-hmm. and they had it painted and put up there, along, of course, with the, if you notice the pieces of wood there made into the cross. It also has a small carving on it of the original church, and those pieces are from the original church. Mm-hmm. And as Mrs. Elida said, try to pick it up. It's quite heavy. I took her word for it, just so you know. I didn't try to pick it up. Over here to our left, the wishing well is also made out of the materials from the original rafters of the church. Now, if we were standing here in town, back in the olden days when there was stores and things here, straight down here would have been towards what is now the Express Lane food store, uh-huh. and the Mount Pleasant Church. Would have been houses on both sides of the road, etc.
Both sides, all
okay.
the way down. People had houses.
Okay. Now, what about up in this area? I had seen where maybe some, maybe mining shacks or people like
yes,
tents
in
had been.
This area, Mr. Norton stayed where the car lot is, and just across the tracks was the Campbells. There were houses there, and then up that hill a ways.
Okay.
Were houses.
All right. And there's one, I think it's a 1926 aerial, where it's one of the only things that shows the different little things in between the trail and the little places that were there.
There were houses all up in there.
Behind us, the restaurants, I know there was like a barbecue place, there were stores, dry goods stores, regular stores.
Little grocery stores, and what they used to call a juke joint.
A juke joint,
yeah.
Yes.
The Robinson ran that. It was a big building right behind the convenience store.
Right behind the convenience store. Very cool. Now, I know you weren't here in those days.
No.
But I hear that there was like a livery stable and on this side of the intersection, and a bottle factory. Big Four Soda Works or something was Floral Cities?
Yes. That was before my time now.
Right, no, I knew that was before your time. But that's just one of the things that, you know, you look at the section down there now, and it's kind of not overgrown, but it's just regular yards and things.
Right.
And you never would have known that 100 years ago or even 80 years ago.
There was a man here, Ed Hughes, had a grocery store here. And my grandfather had a restaurant.
Yes. Oh, and you guys still have, there's no cooking, there's no barbecue like Miss Elida's barbecue, I have to tell you that. That's the only thing some days when we'd be busy, it's the only thing I'd make it to Heritage Days for, was to make sure that I got your barbecue. So, well, I just want to thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, from Floral City, you are the keeper of this history. And I'm so grateful that you've come out, and I know you don't do this often. And I want you to know how deeply grateful I am. I know the people in Floral City are too. And I hope to work with you more a little bit and get some more of this out so people are aware of what's going on here. We're very proud to have that heritage and that history here. And without yourself and your ancestors, we wouldn't have it. So I, for one, Miss Elida Langley, am grateful for you and for what you've done for our town. Thank you. Thank you. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to be back in a little bit with even more of Black Heritage Month from Floral City, the real old Florida.